What's up everybody, Jordan here, back with another video at the Stoltz Farm YouTube channel. I am in the combine. This is the 9760 and we are dabbling with some harvest stuff. The wheat has just been kind of consistently wet because of the rain, and the canola is maybe a few days away still. We tried the barley instead of the wheat earlier, which is probably the clip you saw in this video, and the stuff that we cut with the swather was wet because of the dew. After testing out the swaths, we switched over to the 9770, which is right here, and tested out some of the straight cutting barley. That was dry enough, 13.5% moisture, which is good. The stuff that was laying on the ground was like 15.5, which is a little too wet. So we are straight cutting barley today, and harvest is continuing on, just kind of moving back and forth between crops a little bit. I think between today and Sunday it's going to be like 90 degrees both days, so we should be able to get a lot of barley done, if not most of it, and probably the stuff we cut as well. Right now I'm kind of running things around. I drove the GMC truck out there for him to dump his hopper into, and I'm going back with this combine to switch to the straight cutting head because I still have the pickup head on it. We're also going to need the grain cart and possibly a truck as well. So we got a lot of shuffling around to do. It is already kind of late already today. That's kind of been the unfortunate part of our weather lately, is that it does dry out, but usually at like 6 p.m. and by the time, at 6 p.m. we got an hour or two of dry time to actually harvest, which makes it pretty challenging to make any meaningful progress. So that is where we stand. This is a harvest video. It'll probably span over today, Friday, and also Sunday, because we're going to be doing a little bit of harvest on both days, tackling some barley, and hopefully smooth sailing. Hey everybody, welcome to the next day after a little bit of harvest of barley at the early part of this video. Successful afternoon. We did get about 3-4 hours of harvesting in yesterday, and things are looking pretty good. Straight cut barley was nice and dry. We're hoping that the pickup swaths are gonna go today, and we're gonna straight cut some more. The tricky thing about harvest is it doesn't really get dry enough to start until after lunch kind of area, maybe if we're lucky 1 or 2, and more likely 3 or 4 to get going. So we don't have a lot of time to actually do some combining. Once we start, we gotta just go for it. We do have some stuff to do this morning before we get started with the second day of harvest in this video. One of those things is we're going to take the air bar off of the flex head, which is kind of meant for blowing in soybeans when you combine soybeans. And it's kind of, with it on that header, it's kind of crushing the barley a little bit, squishing it down and making it harder to put into the header. We're having some issues with that header, and we think maybe taking the air bar off will help a little bit. There might be some other stuff going on we have to tweak. We got some trucks to unload, of course. Whatever was filled the other night, we need to unload this morning into the bins, and stuff like that. So there's always a little bit of prep work to do before you're ready to harvest. Greasing, fueling, all that kind of stuff as well. So day 2 of the video starts now. Stay tuned. Well, one combine's going. We have the 9770 out in the field, and it's testing like 13.8, so that's definitely dry enough for barley. It's only about 2 o'clock. That's not too bad for moisture. We were a little worried. It was pretty humid this morning. I'm here to start up the Peterbilt truck. We have the other semi out there, and the grain cart's out there too. And I'm gonna go hop in the other combine and get going on some barley harvest. Everybody, harvest continues. It's been a pretty good day of harvesting. Started around 2 o'clock out here with 2 combines straight cutting. I eventually switched to the pickup head and picked up all these swaths. This field's done now. I just dumped the last of it in this truck, and it is about 7:30, so we've been going for 5.5 hours, which is by far the best day of combining we've had so far. It's like August 24, I think, today. So we're starting pretty late, but knocking out a good amount of barley. The other combine has been on another barley field for the last few hours, so probably a good amount done over there as well. And honestly, probably a lot of the trucks are pretty full by now. But we're about to wrap up for the night. I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Good stuff to come. Harvest continues. Barley today. What's next tomorrow? I don't know, but this week looks decent for weather, so we should be able to harvest at least a few days and hopefully continue on this whole process. Thanks again for watching. See you later.